what's going on?
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's 2023. Let's talk where you can find me. You can always find me on YouTube at the Darryl Show Podcast, on Instagram at My Love My Need Tonight, Apple Music, Apple Podcast. I had it down for a while, but then I just recently just slipped up saying Apple Music, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Google Play Podcast, whatever. Right? Beyonce and Mario. So released like a snippet, or maybe he released the song already. Mario the singer. Um, Break my head like we did back in the whatever. I forgot the lyrics. What's the other song? Oh shit! What is this other song that I really love? Oh shit! I'm forgetting. Anyways, anyways, he put out this song, and so he was like, "You guys, what song?" No, he was like, "What do you guys think of like Beyonce was on this? I think it would be fire." Wait, let me go to the comments. Let's see if I can find it, because the comments roasted Beyonce. They were not here for her. They were like, "Pick Jasmine Sullivan. What about SZA?" They were just giving like every other option except for they really were hating on Beyonce, and I was just like, "Wait, what did B do? Why can't?" Why can't B to the Beyonce be on this song? Did I find it? Y'all are crazy. I love it. I can hear Justin Sullivan, Ariana every Lennox, or maybe Money Long on this track. Money Long was slap on this or snap on this. Only if you can be only. Somebody said only if you can get B back on real R&B track, you will be officially the GOAT. And I'm just like, you know what? I hate going down this road because, in my opinion, I feel like Beyonce has always done R&B music. There's still like an element to the R&B music, whether it's her vocals or the actual track, like "Dangerously in Love." Even like the singles weren't that deep cut R&B compared to like "Signs" and "Be With You" or "Without You." I keep forgetting what that song is named. Compared to like "Signs," "Be Without You," "Dangerously in Love," the singles weren't even the R&B cuts, right? B-Day, Deja Vu is very R&B to me. Ring the Alarm is very, like I don't want to say urban, but like very like R&B urban, and Irreplaceable has like a R&B flavor to it. Like the whole album is so R&B. I Am Sasha Fierce. The whole Sasha Fierce album is very much R&B. Single Ladies, I think certain elements make it pop, but definitely like the vocals make it R&B. That's not just like, what do you guys mean she's not singing R&B music anymore? Is it the trap music? Is like the trap stuff you're talking about? Even like Afro beats, there's still like an element to her R&B. I don't understand. I feel like Destiny's Child was a little bit more pop in a sense, especially Survivor, Bootylicious, Survivor, Independent Woman. Playing on the cusp of R&B and pop, but whatever. But anyways, back to these comments roasting her. Brandy, Summer, Walker, or JoJo. Nobody is going up for her, which is hilarious. Or one person. Bump that. Let's talk about how you and Beyonce would look as a couple. What? I okay. I can hear her because she's dope, but you might want to reach out for money, or they were totally just against his thought for Beyonce on this track, which is hilarious. Oh, he wanted her for the remix of, let me see if I can find the name of the song. Let Her Too. Like Her Too. Ooh, Like Her Too. That's the name of the song. What's next? Still no visuals. The Grammys are next month. In a month. We'll see how that goes. Patti LaBelle. She was on, I think Andy. Yeah, Andy and what's his name? That dude. CNN's New Year's Eve. I was like, nobody posted anything, but like 3-4 days later, somebody finally posted it, or their little like phone footage, which was cute. The delay was really bad this year. She looked great. I saw a couple of pictures. I don't think we have any Patty news until I think next month is when she starts, or March. No, I think it's next month, February, when she goes back on tour. That'll be fun to catch up on Patty and her music. Kennedy Center has still not posted her Kennedy Center honor performance, which I am just like, and it's like a struggle trying to find a link and stuff. So I'm just gonna, and nobody's posted like any bootleg footage. I'm just like, come on, help me out. Somebody did say, wait, I think I screenshotted it. Somebody did say that the performance could have been better overall. And I'm like, uh-oh, what did they do there? Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I just liked it. I think I liked it. But somebody was just like, they didn't let her like be herself, and it was like Mickey got the people that gave Gladys the tribute. They were like, these people are not worthy of giving Gladys the tribute. I was just like, oh Lord. Have you guys been watching Leolah Brown? Leolah Brown is Bobby Brown's sister, and she has just been talking for years. She's been having this book. This book is supposed to be coming out for like literally 10 years now. And I'm just like, where is the book? I'm just like, Miss Leolah, where is your book? Because you've been talking about releasing this tell-all book about Whitney and the Bobby thing, like the truth. And it's been like 10, 15 years now. And you still have it. Like, okay, we get it that you were close to Whitney. And then the thing is, she's posted she's like, the past 6 months, she's been posting videos about different topics about like Ray J. Child, she said Brandy, Whitney never trusted Brandy. She was saying, sorry, Brandy. Whitney did not trust Brandy. Brandy was telling her that she and her mother or something was like homeless. Now, I think this is the same. Like, I was trying to figure out if this is a different Brandy or this was like Ray J and Brandy. And she kept saying another word, another like last name, but then she kept saying Ray J and Brandy. So I'm guessing this was Ray J and Brandy. Because then she ended up saying at the end of where she was talking about Ray J and Brandy got a TV show. And okay, it was just, these are her allegations. These are not my allegations, okay? But she was just like, Whitney, she told Whitney that her and her mom was homeless and she was lying and something. And then she went on to say, insinuating Brandy had something to do with Whitney's murder. Also, sort of like Ray J had something to do with Whitney's, she's calling it a murder. She's saying the toxicology reports were false or different than what the media is saying. The autopsy is different than what the media is saying. It's just like a whole lot going on over there with Leolah. My bad, but Leolah is is Bobby's sister. This book has been coming out for like 15 years now. She's like, I'm an advocate for Whitney and telling the truth. I'm like, okay, you're an advocate for Whitney. You're an advocate for the truth. But what kind of pull do you have? Like, this Whitney movie just came out and Leolah is recently debunking rumors and the falsities in the movie, and all that jazz about Pat Houston. I'm hearing the movie is like pretty decent. I haven't, besides like the girls like singing performance, I haven't really seen anything that was like, this is a horrible movie. So that's what Leolah's over there doing now. But Leolah was like, oh, okay. So about the movie and like having a pull, like, okay, you were close to Whitney. You may know some of the truth about what was going on, but what kind of pull do you have to stop the movie or not have the movie come out or not have all these documentaries come out? I feel like that's a little bit more of a pull than just reiterating the same facts and things you've come up with to prove you're right for the past 6 months, the past 15 years, the past 10 years. Leolah, I'm just like, Leolah is crazy. And then she's giving us slightly crazy. Then this was the kicker of all. She was like, nobody knew this, but Bobby and Whitney, Bobby, as she calls him, Bobby, because she's from Boston. She said, Bobby and Whitney were about to get back together and get married again before she died. Yeah, I don't know. I you guys, I don't know where she got that from. I don't believe it by far. And she was like, Alicia, who's Bobby's Bobby's wife. Somebody sent Alicia in because they knew Whitney and Bobby were about to get back together. And so they sent her in to capture Bobby from getting to Whitney. I don't know, you guys. It was just like, what? Excuse me? That was really the kicker. I think that's the most like craziest thing I've heard her say. Yeah, we all know Pat Houston is like the devil and she's lying and she may have something to do with Whitney and Bobby Christina's death, allegedly. I don't even like talking about this. I'm done. But yeah, if you want to go watch out Leolah's Brown stuff, go. It's on YouTube. People are watching. People are commenting. It's crazy. I can't. So Darryl Stevens. People are going in on Darryl Stevens. Darryl Stevens from Noah's Ark, which was on a logo years ago. I'm not trying to dig it, because Noah's Ark was revolutionary, definitely, for the Black gay community, or the brown Black gay community. But he was talking, there's this new show called, I think, The Real Friends of West Hollywood. And he was talking about it. And he made like comments. I was kind of confused about what his comments specifically were. Let me see. What is that? Let me see if... Oh, before I get into that, let me tell you that Sister Act 3, I don't know what's going on with that. Pretty much nothing. They haven't even started filming. Whoopi is still trying to get Maggie Smith, Mother Superior, to make a cameo or be in it. Here's what she said. One of the things that I want to make sure I do while I'm here, she was in London promoting something, I think. One of the things I want to do while I'm here is make sure while I'm here is I want to let Maggie Smith know that I'm holding the part of Mother Superior for you. Because I just can't do it with anybody but you. That's true. That's absolutely true. I feel like if they're alive and they're well, put them in the movie. That's why I was so surprised that Kathy Najimy had no idea that this movie was even going to happen. Jesus. That hurts my soul to even say that. The EGOT says, She'll do whatever it takes to get the 88-year-old actress on board. If the dame cannot come to production, production will come to dame. So this movie's coming out like in 5 years, if that's what has to happen. So if you need to come over here and shoot it or do whatever. So if you need me to come over here and shoot it and do whatever we have to do, we will do whatever you want us to do. Goldberg continue. But we don't want to do it without you, Maggie. Child. Sister Act 3 is becoming a mess. And nobody's saying it but me, because I believe that the children are our future.
Next car, honey, next car.
So Darryl Stevens, the actor, he was criticizing something. Let's read it. He says, "It's wild watching so many of the gay men who relentlessly tweet praise for the vapid housewives of whatever city rush to hate on vapid gay men of West Hollywood, which hasn't even aired yet." Oh, okay. Got it. I don't care if you watch this show. You couldn't pay me to sit through an episode of Housewives. So I'm not the target audience. But just based on what I know, living where I live, there is at least one character and storyline that will interest many of you. Now I'll shut up. Oh, somebody said, "You are a good friend to whomever you are friends with on this cast." He says, "Let's just say I'm invested in the success of MTV's new queer lineup." Oh. And then people were like, just because it's gay doesn't mean we automatically have to support it. I don't understand why he's like having to address this, but it does make sense because it's coming off guilty immediately. After reading that, you're like, oh, guilty, guilty. I have a stake in this success or something. And then these two people had this one person got blocked by him, and he said, somebody was asking him, "What did you do?" And he said, "I didn't do nothing to that girl child. I just retweeted something, and he was probably lurking in the comments. I said I liked him, but he talks too much sometimes." He posted some dumb logic about that Real Friends of WeHo show and compared it to Housewives, and he got ratioed. And folks was like, "No, man, we still don't care." So like you just wanted to be on it. But he said he had a stake in it. Or he had something, production credit. I don't know. So yeah, Darryl, you probably should have said this one out. Because it was like 3-4 days they were roasting him. He was retweeting stuff, people were talking about it. I was just like, oh my God, what did he say? And I didn't recognize what he said until now. Because he was using some other words in between this word and that word. I was just like, wait, what? And now I get it. So and it's still like, I'm still registering like, oh, why are you sort of, you know what? You make a show. Am I recording? You make a show about a show that you don't like. Or you have production, you're in this show some way about a show that you don't like. Because the Real Friends of West Hollywood is absolutely a spinoff or another franchise. I forget the words. They're another situation of The Real Housewives. But because it's gay, it's better, darling. I guess. Let me know what you think about that. I don't think people are gonna watch it. Todrick Hall is on it. Some guy that is married to a newscaster's on it. Brad from, I believe Brad. That was Brad. Brad from the Richard Zoe Project and the Brad Kirchke show, whatever. He had his own show afterwards. He's on there. There's a couple other people I'm not familiar with, but still, Todrick has his own shit going on. Nobody likes Todrick, and I can kind of see why. He's a fat ass, but I don't. Other than that, you gotta be careful with these fat asses because, like I exposed, all about Julius over on OnlyFans. Go check that video out. Go check that podcast out. He's over there scamming or being fraudulent. Maybe it's not a scam, but it's definitely fraudulent. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Bye.
And I have this fierce single that Sammy McKinney and these little guys put together, baby. I got a single that'll make you jump up and dance. And if you can't dance to that, you got a hole in your soul, okay?